Welcome to the Back to Basics card hop. This is Annie Collins. Today I'll be creating this Happy Thanksgiving card. Let me tell you quickly about the hop. This is exactly that. We're going back to the basics. Whether it's stamping, ink blending, die cutting, whatever the ladies all created for you today, we're doing just that. Going back to our basics. So I will be doing some ink smooshing or ink blending. I'm going to use some distressed oxides. I have peeled paint, aged mahogany, carved pumpkin, and fossilized amber. And for my stamping, I will be using Versafine Onyx black ink. My sentiment is coming from the Hero Art Celebrate Every Day Happy Thanksgiving. I have some die cut leaves here. One is from Concord and Nice, and the other one is from Sue Wilson's Designs. I have some Strathmore watercolor cardstock, and I've cut it about 3x4. It's just a small piece, that's all we're going to need. And I have a layering piece of glitter paper and a A2 side folding card base. So now I'm going to clear everything off my desk so we can get started on our project. So for my simple technique here, I'm just going to smoosh my ink, yeah, technical, I know, onto this little craft mat here, and I'm going to spritz it with some water so I can get the ink moving. Then I'll press my card into it, dab up any super globs that I may have, and dry it with my heat tool. I like to heat in between so that I can get nice layers without it all getting all muddy. Now you can do 2 colors or more, but I'm just sticking to 4 right now. So what I was saying there with the sheer shimmer spray is that instead of water, you can use that to blend your inks out. I don't like to do that because I waste too much of my sheer shimmer spray. I'll use that in a little bit though. I'll show you when. So I just continue doing the same thing, just blending it out, adding some water, and then dabbing my cardstock into the ink and drying it in between layers. I'm gonna need a little more green here, I think, and then we should be pretty good. Now I like to dry my watercolor card from both sides, front and back. This will prevent it from warping too much. So that's one tip I can give you, is always dry from both ends and both sides of your paper. So here comes our shimmer and shine. We're going to bring in some sprays. First is going to be Imagine Crafts Sheer Shimmer Spray in Sparkle, and it's just going to do that. It's going to add this beautiful sparkly background. But since it is a water base and this is water reactive ink, I try to keep it flat for as much as possible. So I don't want to pick it up and start moving all those inks all over the place. Now I'm moving on to Nuvo, Mica Mist and Fresh Pearl, and a little Heidi Shine in gold. Heidi Swapp Colorshine. I know that's discontinued, but I'll link Imagine Crafts Sheer Shimmer Spray in gold for you to try. I ran out, so that's what I'm going back to my old school Heidi Swapp there. All right, so I heat all of that up to make so it's all nice and dry, all our little ink splatters. And now it's time to stamp our sentiment. I'm going to get this lined up here, and I decided to put a little washi tape on my other corners, because my card is warped a little bit. And I'm going to ink this up really well, press it down. And remember, since this is textured, because it's cold pressed cardstock, watercolor cardstock, you need to make sure you get it really good on there. So now we're going to mat our watercolor card onto this glitter paper. But my card is a little bit bigger than what I want, so I'm going to trim it down first. And that's why I make it bigger. It's easier to trim down, you know. So I'm going to pull in some art glitter glue here to adhere our watercolor cardstock to the glitter paper. I put quite a bit on there, being that we are trying to adhere a watercolor card onto glitter paper. Both of those don't make for best friends, but you know, with a little extra nudging of glue, we get it all worked out. So I want to make sure everything's centered. I have a nice even mat all around. As you can see, that corner was like not cooperating. It was like, I will not be glued down. Okay, so anyway, here we're going to go. So here's our card base, and we're going to adhere our little panel onto it. And we're going to stay towards the top, pressing that down. And then I'm going to pull in my die cut leaves here I have this one here from Concord and Ninth. It reminds me of wheat. I don't know, it does. It has an actual long stem, but I trimmed it off because I didn't want that to be in there. And that's this, I cut that from the same glitter paper as the matte. And this is ruby colored metallic paper, metallic cardstock really, for this leaf here. And that's it. Our card is complete. Now, of course, if you want to add more decor, bling, whatever, you can do that. But I didn't because I have shimmer background here and glittery cardstock and shimmer metallic cardstock. I figured it has enough shimmer and shine. So we've covered our basics here. Simple stamping, a little ink smooshing, which is super easy. It's a good basic to go back to. And some quick and easy die cutting. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to check out all the ladies in the hop. They'll be going through lots of basics with you as well. I used some distress oxides here in aged mahogany, fossilized amber, peeled paint, and carved pumpkin. Some Versafine and Onyx black for our stamping. Our stamp comes from Hero Arts. And of course, I'll have everything linked in the description box below for you, as well as who to hop to next. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow everyone on the hop. I hope you found some inspiration today.